Hi all. Uh, the video user guide for VolumeGauge is made up of 4 parts. This is the first part of the guide showing you basics to use VolumeGauge at default mode. Remember that there are 3 modes. One is default mode. In default mode, this status LED is on and you can make mark on LED strip or change brightness of LEDs. Another mode is MIDI mode. In this mode, status LED is off and you can send MIDI signal to your MIDI guest device. The last mode is setting mode. In setting mode, you can change various settings. Status LED is blinking. You should also remember how foot switches work. Tapping a foot switch is to activate function, such as up and down or sending signal. And holding a foot switch is to move to different mode. When you hold left foot switch, VolumeGauge goes back to the previous mode. When you hold right foot switch, it goes to next mode. Now, let's start from default mode. When you turn the power on, mode is always default mode. When you tap left foot switch at default mode, you can make a mark on LED strip. If you want to erase this mark, reach marked level and tap left foot switch again. You can make multiple marks on LED strip as well. If you want to change brightness of LEDs, tap right foot switch. When you hold left foot switch at default mode, it should enter the previous mode, but the previous mode of default mode does not exist because default mode is initial mode. So it enters calibration. LED strip changes like this, and VolumeGauge is waiting for your action to do calibration. Put your volume pedal or expression pedal at hill position, which is typically the lowest level, and tap any of the switches. Now, the lowest slope of volume pedal is saved, and LED strip changes like this, waiting for you to input highest position. Put the volume pedal at top position, which is typically the highest level, and press any of the switches again. Then, the mode automatically becomes default mode, and calibration is completed. Do this calibration as frequently as you can, because it enhances the accuracy, prevents malfunction, and doesn't take long time. 5 seconds is enough. And also do this calibration at least most time you relocate your pedal board. Floor is not always flat and even. Now it is time to see what happens when we hold right foot switches long. At default mode, you can enter either MIDI mode or setting mode. To enter MIDI mode, press right foot switch and hold it until status LED is off. If you release the foot switch right after that, VolumeGauge enters MIDI mode. Let's go back to default mode holding the left foot switch to see how to enter setting mode. To enter setting mode, press right foot switch and hold it until status LED is off. This is identical way to enter MIDI mode so far. But don't release the foot switch until status LED starts blinking. When status LED starts blinking, release foot switch. Now it is setting mode with status LED blinking. If you want to go back to default mode, which is previous mode of setting mode, hold the left foot switch long.